You're deep. The Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limousine riding, jet son of a gun, and I'm having a hard time holding these alligators.
You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. Yeah, we Ric Flairing on them niggas. It's apparent these girls staring. I'm Ric Flairing, gold across my chest. I'm fresh to death, I'm Paul Bearing, not at all scary. One eye open like Petty Wops and find to these circles that's going in like a carry shot. Woo! I'm going in like a Mary Pop off that Mary Crop at the top flow at the Marriott. So questioning me is like questioning you. See, we the best dressed, so come and get blessed with the crew. Not one but two, different ways to slaughter your crew. Committed tat across the chest, I guess she blessed with the truth. People want to see them checks, representation of proof. Living through my elders, trying to resonate to the youth. But ain't nothing to get my flash on. Longevity is heavily embedded in my melanin. Layman terms, I last long. My grind repetitive, I'm smoother than real silk. Lyrical cash cow, who can't cry over spilled milk. We in here. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. This ain't no normal situation, this preparation with greatness. Industry full of fakeness, it's really up for the taking. See, life is what happened to you, more so how you take it. Don't get stripped of your knowledge and mentally leave you naked. I like to live otherwise. I'm sorry that I'm fresh to death. I put the polo and apologize. See, black son, we ain't nothing like the mother guys. Quit to socialize, we organize, then we mobilize. Off the deep end like a scuba diver. And no confusion, just keep it pushing like Uber drivers. Woo! Business fresh just like a supervisor in a Gucci visor. Can't find a smoother rhymer. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas.
Yeah, DQ baby. Shout out that boy Nigga for that fire track. Hey, Black Sun, sun up. What's up, Vinny Vegas? What in Vegas? Yeah. Shout out Pharaoh's Kids, D-Phase, yeah, Bubba C, yeah, Ric Flairing on them, Ric Flairing on them, Ric Flairing on them, Ric Flairing son up, baby.
Hey, yo, Scotty, you going crazy for this one. We see what you're doing, we salute you. Hey, let's get it started. It's Backpack, Capital One. What's in your wallet? Got a call from my man A. Scott. I said I got it. Love that you highlighting all of these black colleges. Try to pay me for doing this. Look, bruh, if you don't get off my line with that foolishness, voice of the swag, pull up where you at, no cap. If the Brody is speaking the soft facts, my advice, tune in to every show. Captain Petty, but we know that the sergeants are with the smoke. Speculate, just tell me what is we doing. Get into it, okay, look, I'ma say this and keep it moving. My boy Scotty, man, he offered the least. Black grad, paying college, I'm glad that he called me. Walk it, cause we all been taught that talk is cheap. Even primetime knows Scott for the HBCU streets.
What is going on? Usual boy Scotty, and you're watching Offscript. Now, listen, today was the final game of the games of this week. From Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. Ended it with the Southern versus Mississippi Valley game at the Vet. All right, now listen, I'm gonna have to be 100. I'm gonna be 100. I saw the first quarter. I was out with my girl during the second quarter. I saw half of the third and I saw all of the fourth. All right. So this is my assessment from what I seen from the third to fourth quarter and a little bit of the first. All right. So don't quote me on a lot of this, but once I go back and watch the game, I can give you official stuff. All right. Now listen, my quick thoughts, and anybody, Southern, Valley fans, all y'all guys, you all as well to tap in, call in, give your opinions of the game as well. Now, first things first, Zach Grossi. Listen, Southern, listen, you know how when you're dating a girl, they always say if you break up with somebody, you gotta date up. You gotta date up. That's what y'all did with Zach Grossi. You let Chinnis Berry go, all right, and you moved up. Ha! You got a better one, okay? You went from a 6 to a 9, all right? That's how you do it. That's what offensive play calling looks like, okay? High-level offensive play calling, high-level coaching. That's what it looks like. Shout out to Zach Grossi. He's a gem. You guys upgraded that. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Now, listen. All right. That's the biggest one. Secondly, whoever had the courage to bench Ladarius Skelton, shout out to you because you did something different. All right. I know Southern fans are so sick and tired of the back and forth between Darius and Bubba and Skelton and Bubba. Listen, pick one, ride with him. Okay? Pick one and ride with him. Ride till the horses fall off. All right. Listen, you gotta ride that. You gotta ride that horse. Hey, listen, you gotta ride that horse. All right, until there's no more. Gotta ride it out. You already know what Skelton is. Let Bubba show what he can do. And today he didn't play too bad. All right, he didn't play too bad. Now, as I gotta get my baller awards and all this stuff. Thanks, babe. Sponsored by Sprite, that's all. I don't drink. So if anybody ever asks me to go out anywhere, I do not drink. I don't drink any alcoholic drinks, but I will get lit off some Sprites. Do you hear me? Okay, I will get lit off some Sprites. I'm trying to get my baller awards together. I'm trying to get my shoulda stayed home awards together so I can have some names. And I don't like to just say the person's name and not have their actual stuff because I think everybody deserves the same kind of respect, on that aspect. But all right, so real quick, Valley. All right, hold on. Yeah, I gotta do my baller awards because this is gonna make me. I'm gonna be mad. All right, let me see Southern. Let me see where we at. Southern. Let me see Southern. All right. First up. All right, Southern Baller Awards. First award has to go to Zach Grossi. Okay, it's the same thing. Zach Grossi, my guy, you get a baller award. They should go nowhere without you. Okay, you are in everybody's back pocket because you are that guy. Zach Grossi, shout out to you, baller award. Next up, the offensive line for Southern. You ran over 200 yards as always. Listen, I always said this. If you're a Southern fan, shout it from the mountaintops. If you think you can run the ball, you can't because Southern does it 10 times better. All right? That's what they do. At the end of the day, when you can run for 200 yards and your quarterback throws for over 200 yards, that's a good game. That's called, say it with me, balance. That's what that's called. It's called balance. All right, that's what it is. That's what it looks like. If you don't know Jackson State, that's what balance looks like. Okay, that's what balance looks like. All right, when you can run the ball and throw the ball all together. You might want to take notes. All right, baller award is next. Who was it? Oh, Bubba McDaniel. Shout out to you, my guy. Listen, they gave you the chance. They gave you the start. And your stats could have got stupid. I saw in the first half, your receivers and tight ends were dropping passes left and right. Running backs dropping passes, receivers dropping passes. Everybody, listen, it seemed like everybody had Butterfingers, all right? They all should have had to stick him like the little boy in the Little Giants when he hit the ground. He was like this, trying to catch the ball. They all needed some stick him. Okay, so shout out to you, Bubba. You did your thing. They gave you the start. You look poised. You look sharp. Nothing was too hard. Nothing looked like it was too hard for you, too difficult. You seem like you play within yourself. You got a little mobility as well. So shout out to you, Bubba. I know people listen. I know y'all love these janks. I know you guys love this jank. Hold on, let me see if I have Gotta make me a new banner real quick, guys. Apologies. Do. All right. Should have stayed home awards. Southern. All right. Listen. First off, should have stayed home awards. Special teams coaching. What in the blue hell were you thinking? Why are you fake punting on your own 30? The game is over. You're giving team hope. Just punt the damn ball and let the game be it, okay? Stop trying to be cute. Stop trying to act like you smarter than everybody else. You're not, okay? If you were, you wouldn't be coaching at Southern. So you're not. Stop it. Don't do it again, all right? Like Cat Williams said, don't play it again. Stop. Don't do it. Don't do it. I'm blaming the special teams coach and I'm blaming the head coach because I know he allowed you to do that dumb shit. That's dumb. That's dumb. Okay? Don't do that no more. Stop it. Punt the ball and stop it. All right? Don't do it again. All right? Should have stayed home awards. The Southern defense. You guys got to get your stuff together. All right, now you made stops when it wasn't, but y'all weren't, listen, y'all didn't look very clean from what I seen, okay? Y'all didn't look very sharp and clean from what I seen. So, yeah. Y'all should have stayed at the house. That includes you, Mr. FCS Award, everything, all right? You too, all right? The whole D-line, the front seven, and listen, especially the DBs. Ain't no Southern DB give me no kind of weebie-jeebies. No, listen, I would put my 7-year-old son out there, and I ain't even got one. All right, my son is 5, but if he was 7, I would put him out there against one of y'all DBs, and he would catch something. All right, so none of them Bamas scare me. All right, none of them Bamas scare me at all, not even a little bit. So my 10-year-old daughter could probably run past y'all while y'all playing, and she's pretty fast. She's pretty quick. All right, so y'all, should have stayed home. Listen, put your cleats up, kick your feet up, go get you some bonbons. I'm telling you. You all right? Stop it. Stop. Leave them at the house. Leave all the DBs at the house. All of them. Defensive back, no. Like an open backfield, okay? No defense was being played in the back, okay? That's what I'm saying. The secondary was a nonadary, all right? Nobody was there, okay? So let's stop it. Stop it. Wow. That was horrible. Who else to get the should have stayed at home awards? The wide receivers from Southern. Okay, listen. I'm gonna make a disclaimer. All right. The wide receivers from Southern weren't bad. All right, but you should have left your hands at the house because you didn't bring them to the game. Okay. Whatever gloves you got, throw them away because they trash. They're trash. Do you hear me? Okay. Listen. If you're a real receiver, you know what this is. All right. And if you know, listen, if you're a real receiver, you know what I'm about to say. When you wear gloves, it feels like a condom on your hands, okay? So you have to wear either a very thin glove or no gloves. I like little Charles Pringle way because at the end of the day, when I play receiver, I had to feel the ball. Sometimes I play with gloves, sometimes I didn't, but when I like playing with no gloves because I could feel the ball. So when it touches my hands, I know how with the glove, it feels like a condom, listen, we got a lot of men on here. Ladies, I apologize, but we got a lot of men, you can't really feel it. You want to feel it, but you can't feel it. You feel what I'm saying? So shout out to them. All right, shout out. Leave your hands at the house. All right. That's what should have stayed. Your hand, all the wide receivers' hands should have been left at the house because they didn't bring them to the game. All right. Next up. Valley Baller Awards. This list is small. Boy, this list is super small. All right. Listen, who should have been? Listen, Baller Award, Caleb Johnson. And I told y'all in the pregame show, I said, Caleb Johnson is a problem. I said that I've been saying that since the Murray State game. I said, Caleb Johnson is a problem. Caleb, if you're listening, I'm not going to say that because Kent Evans is my guy down there. So I'm not going to say that. Listen, Baller Awards to Caleb Johnson. Number 3. That boy's he's a man child. He's legit. He's legit. That's what you want in a running back. He can catch it. He can move. He got the wiggles. He got the power. He got the speed. I'm telling you, everybody. All right. Listen, the receivers from Valley. Okay. I know your quarterback couldn't hit water if he fell out of a boat. I know he couldn't hit you if he was next to the target. He couldn't throw it to you if he was in the phone booth with you. All right. But you guys made it possible without all the deficiencies with your quarterback. Okay. Listen, the speed that you guys got some playmakers out there on the receiver. I think number 3, number 4, one of them numbers, but they fast as hell. Them receivers at Valley, they fast as get out. If you find a quarterback that can get it to you where you need to have it, y'all could be doing some damage. I mean, easily putting up 200-300 yards in passing. For real. Easily. When I tell you, off the rip. Okay? So doing that. All right. Should have stayed home. You already know who I'm going with. You already know who I'm saying should have stayed home. Jelani Eason. Not East Bay. Not East May. East none. Should have stayed home. Southern in 5. I mean, God, though, but I keep trying to tell y'all, Jelani Eason is not the guy. I don't give a damn what you're talking about. Eason isn't bad, bro. No, he's not good. He is not good. He stares his receivers down. He's jittery in the pocket. All right, and he doesn't have his arm is okay. All right. I just need somebody that's legit. And yeah, Ja'Cory Rankin, number 4. God, though, that boy got to check out my wheels. That's the kind of speed he got. That boy be moving. Shout out to Ja'Cory Rankin, number 4. Yeah, he's legit. But yeah, number 1, Jelani, boy, I'm doing you like Cinderella. I'm leaving you in the cellar. I got the door bolted, and I got like 6 locks on that jug just to make sure. If you ain't got no fairy godmother, you ain't getting out that mug. I'm telling you right now, I'm leaving you in the cellar, boy. Like, oh my God, I'm telling you. Listen, you ain't unless you. What's that boy? Babe, you know that boy that does that magic, the weird boy. Unless you David Blaine, you ain't getting out of that junk. I'm telling you, if you ain't David Blaine, you ain't getting out of that. You ain't getting out of that. I'm telling you. And there ain't that many David Blaines out here, all right? So I'm telling you right now, I'll put you in the cellar. I'll put you where they hold the wine at. You know what I'm saying? Shoot. God, you are not getting out. Not you, man, listen, you better go find that new fairy god boy mom thing on Cinderella on Amazon. You better go find him because you ain't getting out that junk. All right. Should have stayed. We have 4 right now, Chris. Hey, so, okay. Should have stayed home. Who else should have stayed home? Hey, listen. Okay. This one's going to hurt. The D-line. Yeah. Gardner's my guy. I like Gardner. Okay, I'm going to make that disclaimer. But listen, I got to call a spade a spade. Y'all Bama should have stayed at the house. Okay? Y'all tried. Ooh, y'all tried. Ooh. But listen, when you go against that Southern team, you just listen. They different when they run the ball. Okay? They just different. I don't know how to explain it. I wish I could. They just different, bro. Listen. You see why I'm not getting loud with you because it's the expected. I can't be mad at you because it's like this is what Southern does, but at the same time, yeah, you got to show up a little bit more, okay? Just a little bit more. You got to show up. You see, I'm gonna leave you at the house, but I'm gonna leave the door open, okay? Because I know you're good, so I'm gonna leave you at the house, but I'm gonna leave the door open. All right, I'm not gonna lock the door. Jelani in the cellar, he ain't getting out. But y'all, I'm going to leave the door open. I'm going to leave the TV on. You know what I'm saying? Get your mind right. In the next game, y'all show up. You know, I might need y'all to show up next game. All right, but yeah, the door. I'm gonna leave the door cracked for y'all. All right, I'm gonna leave you at the house. I'm gonna leave you at the house, but the door gonna be open. All right, the door will be open. All right, and last but not least, all right, listen, guys, the kicker. All right. I don't know if the kicker needs to be left at the house or whoever's calling these 2-point conversions, but both of y'all need to have a conjunction, and one of y'all need to say, hey, I'm leaving you at the house or you leaving me at the house. Which one is it? Is it the offensive play calling with these 2-point conversions or the kicker? Something got to give because you're going for 2 way too early in the game. All right. Just take the goddamn points, move along, and keep it pushing. Just keep it pushing. Take the points, keep it pushing. All right. Bounce back, come back down there, do your thing, and score. Stop going for 2. What? Who is what? Why y'all doing this? Who in the SWAC authorized this? All right. Who in the SWAC authorized this? Okay, is this like the new thing that we don't know? Like, do y'all get on them SWAC Monday media days of like, hey, this week is go for 2 week. However many times you go for 2, the SWAC will give you $100,000. Is that what's going on? We don't know because these decisions to go for 2 is really been plaguing my mind. Have really been plaguing my mind because Doc Gamble started that foolishness on Thursday, and now y'all out here going for 2 all willy-nilly like going for 2 ain't easy. Like it ain't hard. It's hard, all right? That's why you got a kicker to kick the ball. So stop that. All right? Stop that, okay? Gee, God almighty. I am like, what the hell is going on here? All right, so that's it. So that's my should have stayed at home awards. Jelani, I'm done. I'm not gonna get on you no more. But listen, you so far in the cellar, I don't even know where I put the key at. I'm gonna just say that I don't even know how to unlock the door. You just in the cellar. I don't even know how to unlock the door. I'm gonna just say that, and I'm done. I'm done with that. I'm done. I promise. I'm done. Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me.
Man, you know who this is, man.
What's up, Smoke? Talk to me.
Look, man, I missed you yesterday pregame, and I missed you postgame yesterday too. Everything, I was busy yesterday. But I did catch Southern Valley game. I think I caught it after halftime, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever the quarterback is for Valley, you watched the movie with Ice Cube in it, where he coached the girl to be the quarterback or whatever.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites too. Yeah.
They need to send his ass to let Ice Cube coach how to fucking be a quarterback.
Oh man,
that's where he need to go. He got. Hey man, listen. He ain't it. Alley offensive line. I can't really say shit because offensive line is fucking horrible too. But
oh yeah. Y'all can't talk, boy. Listen,
yeah.
I'm about to say you is the last one to be talking because number 74, he about to be in the same cellar as Jelani. While you playing him and you both.
Man, look, I'm gonna get. I don't want to change the subject. I'm gonna stay on Valley now right now.
Yeah.
I was impressed. Southern. I hate that the game came close. I feel like Southern should have blew Valley out. And when I checked the score at first, Southern was ahead. But then I go back and I'm like, these niggas don't let Valley catch up. So I don't know what happened defensively, but I'm very impressed with Southern offensive line. Southern has a good offensive line.
Yes, they
can
do.
Run the ball, and Skeleton and whoever the other quarterback, both of them played pretty good. So I feel like if they did go with Skeleton, just say, Skeleton gonna be a starting quarterback. The second guy was he's gonna be second. If Skeleton never got hurt, which I forbid, I hope it doesn't ever happen. But they will be good because there's no words at that second quarterback spot.
Yeah, I mean, to me, this is what I think. I like if you're looking at Zach Grossi's scheme, you got to have a quarterback who can make throws and make great decisions. That's the key with because Zach Grossi gonna draw something up where Alabama gonna be wide open. All right, he gonna draw something up where Alabama is going to be wide open. So you just got to make the right decision with that. Like, and I think that's the only reason why they didn't play Skelton today was because they're not the they want to see what Bubba can do in that scheme. Like they know what Skelton is. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, no disrespect to Skelton, and he's a great competitor. He's a great athlete. But they want to see what Bubba look. To me, this is my opinion. They want to see what Bubba looks like in that scheme. And Zach, I'm telling you, Zach is going to give defensive coordinators fits with using them tight ends the way he does because they have two tight ends that can really get down the field. I'm telling you, it's going to be crazy.
Yeah. Now, I missed you yesterday, but it wouldn't feel right to put this game behind me, boy, because after the long talk that me and you had, it wouldn't feel right without me hearing you say something. Tell me something about how you feel about the game yesterday. It just wouldn't be right for me to put it behind me without hearing you say something.
You talking about the JSU and the Delta State, Jake?
Yeah, please.
Y'all listen. It's very simple for me. Jackson State is not as good offensively as they think they are. It's just that simple for me. You're not. Now, listen. Once again, that does not take away Shadour's ability to be Shador. Shador is the slowest, slippery guy I've ever seen in my life, and he can make the right reads. But you know what it is. If you get Shador out the pocket, it's two things. If Shador sees it early, right? If he sees the deep play develop early, he'll throw it. If he doesn't see it come open early, you know he's going check down. It's automatic. He's going to his check down, which isn't bad, but it makes the offense very easy to predict. Now, once he breaks out the pocket, that's your problem with Shador. He will dice you up out the pocket. He'll get a 15, 20-yard completion. You're like, God damn it. Like, I had him sacked. Now they're on first down again. So when you come at them, you got to make sure that you're keeping Shador contained to where all he can do is back up. He can't go right. He can't go left. If he keeps drifting back, you'll win that. You'll win that battle because he's not that fast to keep, spinning around. But yeah, your offense is not that good. Your offensive play calling is atrocious because you don't use all your playmakers. Yeah, you don't use all your playmakers, but your defense is good. Listen, man, I can't take nothing away from the defense. The defense is good. So it is what it is, man. But yeah, it's not. Yeah, like Blue Blood said, the crazy part is Shador has been the best part of your offense. No lie. No, and Blue is absolutely right. Shador is the highlight of your offense.
Now, I sat behind the goalpost yesterday. I can get it'd be like I'm on the field with the offense. Mm-hmm. It's not that our running backs are not good because there was a couple players that were Pickett actually broke out and got 5 yards. Mm-hmm. That's what we want. You know what I'm saying? We don't have a fucking run blocking offensive line.
Hey, Smoke, listen. Hit me up on Monday. All right, hit me up on Monday. We're gonna have I'm gonna try to get a round table talk with everybody, and you can call in then. But I'm trying to stay on topic for once. All right, so Southern Valley, but no problem though. All right, no problem, Smoke.
All right.
Hey, what's up, Mr. Ford? Talk to me.
Hey, listen. Before I get on the game today, let me make this statement to some of your callers. That was a guy that called into you last night, and he was telling you that Central State was dominant in black college football. And let me just let you know, that's some legitimacy to that. Now, Central State was dominant. They did control black college football from 1983 until about 1995 when Rick Comidge left Central State and went to Tuskegee. The program failed after that. But the reason the SWAC and the MEAC was hesitant at playing them was because they were not in the NCAA. They were in the NAIA. And so their rules were different. But let me just say this to you. From 1983 until 1995, Scotty, they kicked ass. I mean, let me tell you something. They caught us scrambling, and we had a good team. We invited them to New York, to Yankee Stadium, and they put the whoop on our ass. Woo! They beat us down. So let me just say this to your followers. There is some legitimacy to what he was talking about. In that period, they won 2 NAIA championships, and I know that they played for it some other times, but they didn't win it. But there's some legitimacy. Now let me get started with this. You are absolutely right about this Zach Grossi. This guy's excellent.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, Scott, I'm going to tell you this, and I know a lot of people might get upset with this.
Mm-hmm.
I see where Dawson Odoms is missing because there's an edge and a sharpness that was missing today. I'm going to be honest with you.
I'll be honest.
I thought Southern should have put at least 50, 55 points on the board. If they had been sharp and concentrated and focused like I've seen them on the Dawson Odoms, they would have done it easily. They got a lot of talent, but they're not playing with an edge. They're not trying to dominate. And then here's the thing I noticed today. Southern's defense got to get better.
Yes.
And I know y'all was talking about them DBs, but baby, DBs are made by that front seven. That front seven for Southern has got to be more dominant.
Mm-hmm.
I thought they were better than that. And like I said, I just thought today that out of 100%, I thought Southern gave 60%. I thought they should have beat them. I thought that they should have scored at least 50 points. And before you put me out, let me say this about Ladarius Skelton. Ladarius Skelton is too talented to be sit on that bench like that. First of all, let me just say this to Zach Rossi now. If you're not going to start him and you want Bubba to be the starting quarterback, make packages for him.
Facts.
But better still, put him at the X position, or what we used to call the split end position. This kid can go to the NFL as a split end or as a wide receiver, punt returner, kickoff returner. He's that kind of kid.
Yeah.
He can make the transition, but that boy is too talented to be put on that bench.
That's absolutely.
Now this thing with and you know, you said last night, you said that Jason Phillips needs to be fired. You said that what's that?
Michael Pollard. Yeah.
Michael Pollard needs to be fired. Why did you leave out the offensive line coach? He needs to go. And let me just say this to Dion. Could you please make a call to Nate Newton and ask him to come and take your offensive line? I'm sick and tired of looking at that offensive line like that. Look, the kid, and you know football, your strongest kid has got to be the center.
Yes.
He's the worst kid. That kid shouldn't be starting for Jackson. That kid should be doing what we call redshirting. They should be getting him. So that boy is pitiful. He's wearing number 50. He's pitiful. Okay, the kid at the right tackle, he's too slow. That's why Shador is under so much pressure, because the pressure is coming from the strong side.
Mm-hmm.
Really, that Dunbar kid, first of all, he's overweight. Second of all, he's not a tackle. He's not dominant enough to be a tackle. And he should be at a guard position. Okay, the best kid they got on that offensive line is that kid they got from Central Florida. Is his name Evans? What's his name, Scotty?
I don't know. I don't know their offensive lineman like that.
Okay, he's the kid that transferred in from Central Florida. I think he's from the Atlanta area. That's the best kid they got on that offensive line. But that whole right side has to be redone. Now, I'm going to say this, and I know a lot of people, that's right, somebody just said his name is Tony Gray. That's right. And I know y'all going to get upset about this, but Jackson State going to take some ass whoopings in the SWAC. If they don't change, because like you have said over and over, you put it in a brilliant way, the offensive coordination is terrible, but the number one problem is that offensive line.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, thank you for letting me talk tonight, and have
no
a good
problem,
night,
Mr. Ford.
okay?
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Hey, listen, I know I let Mr. Ford go. Listen, Mr. Ford is a legend in the game, all right? Mr. Ford, he can get you, he can drop you from 19, he can drop you off in 1960, pick you up and drop you off back in 2010, all right? Just with the snap of the finger, he can drop you off in 1960, pick you up and drop you back off in 2007, all right? He can, however you want it, Mr. Ford can do it, all right? Now, and it's funny he said about Dawson Odoms, and I've talked to some people very, very close to Southern, and they have said that numerous of times. They said, Scotty, there's things that a Odoms coach team does not do. Missed tackles, bad assignments, the sharpness that Mr. Ford is talking about is what they have said on numerous occasions before this game. Okay, so I'm not talking about I'm not talking about, oh, I'm watching this now. I'm just saying from previous games, from the McNeese game, for the Troy game, they said it's a sharpness that a Dawson Odom coach team just does not let happen. It doesn't happen on his watch. So that's just something to keep an eye out. All right, just some discipline. That's a good one right there, Tony. Yeah, that's a good one. Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me.
So that's just something to keep an eye out. All right.
How you doing? It's Coach Hart.
What's up, Coach Hart? Talk to me.
Not much. I just wanted to give a little synopsis on what Jackson State's doing wrong with the O-line. And first, their offense.
Oh, hold on. You got to give me something about the Southern and Delta State game. Southern and Valley game. This is Southern and Valley's post game. You got to give me something.
Okay. Well, in regards to that, the little engine that could. That's Mississippi Valley.
Yeah.
My homeboy Vincent B. Dancy, the B standing for brilliant, works with a limited budget, Division II salary in regards to recruiting, and makes gourmet meals out of oodles and noodles.
Oh man.
The way he gets those kids to play who are often undersized and most likely a good Division II team, speaks volumes. And if he had the equipment that the other coaches had, I see no reason he wouldn't be in the championship. In regards to Southern, they don't really have an identity. Changing quarterbacks. Yes, they want to run the ball, but they're not sure how they want to do it, or they're a power zone team, a gap scheme team. And, with all those differences, it's going to equate the losses. And then you also got to add in the fact that the North Carolina Central University graduate, Dr. Odoms, did have a more, tight ship in regards to the holistic view of the team.
Yeah, I'll give you that. All right, go ahead. Keep going.
Like I said, when you look at Southern, in this day and age, you got to be able to, push the ball deep. Speaking of offenses, Bill Walsh, his famous West Coast offense that he took from Archie Gunslinger Cooley at Mississippi Valley, kind of revolutionized the time because they had real big, defensive linemen and linebackers that couldn't drop and cover.
Mm-hmm.
So, they could hit the quick slants and stuff. Now the game has evolved to, if you look at the Big 12, you flood a zone and either trips or tripes and, pick the number one, the person that's a 50-50 ball because they're one-on-one.
Yeah.
And even the worst teams in the Big 12 score 20 points like this. So in regards to Southern, any team in the SWAC, like the run and shoot, their days is over. That's why no one runs it no more. You got to think if, I ran the run and shoot at Kentucky and got fired, the game has evolved. So Southern, a lot of these schools need to, get to that, even throw in the bubble, because most of these O-lines can't get any push. So they need to be able to get horizontal displacement to be able to run the ball.
And so let me, because I think some of the biggest plays came off of that. I think I saw in the first quarter where they hit like a mini, kind of like a mini jet sweep. It was pretty dope. The running back was offset of the. It was like I think his number was number 6, and then the running back was behind him. It's kind of like an offset pistol, and he took it, and he took it left off tackle. and was gone. You know what I'm saying? So I think they do a lot of horizontal left to right running. I didn't see the second quarter, but I don't see them. I don't think Zach Grossi is the bubble guy. Like he'll throw a wide receiver screen, he'll throw a screen, but I think he's going to have a lot of misdirection when you see that screen. So he might fake the right off tackle and then throw back left. You know what I'm saying? So stuff like that. I think you'll see a lot of that, but go ahead.
You got to think, Scotty, though, if you look at the University of Florida, they start a quarterback that barely can throw, but they position the offense with reads and short dinks and dunks. And you saw what they did this week against Tennessee and last week against Alabama. So it's about effectively, scheming not only first, but the second level of defense. So you can help your quarterback out instead of having them in these NFL situations where they have to make reads and they're not able to do that.
If you have the quarterback to do that, it's beneficial. But I think when you're playing against, and this is going to kind of go into your Jackson State point, when you're playing a team like Jackson State, you have to know where you're going with the ball. You can't. You might get the 2 reads. You might get the 2 reads. You know what I'm saying? Because they're bringing so much pressure. So I think with that, yeah, you want to keep it. You want to keep it as simple as possible, but effective as possible. All right, but go ahead.
But even with that, Scotty, like everyone knows, Jackson State, they can't create a pass rush for 4 down linemen or 2 and the 2 linebackers. They'd always bring a linebacker. So again, going back to Big 12 philosophy, where I spread out and replace. You know, you got quarterbacks that throw for 300 yards that can smell any professional league, but it's just a formation of what the offensive coordinator is calling instead of, you know, shallow crosses and all curls and, you know, things like that. You know, opening the game up and, you know, helping your quarterback, you know, be a college quarterback, not a pro quarterback.
Yeah, and that's, I think that's the benefit that Akil Glass has, is that they spread people out so far that the reads are easy, but he has the talent and the ability to be accurate and very, very efficient. And that's what you're looking for in a quarterback in the SWAC. I just need you to be accurate and efficient. I don't need you to be Patrick Mahomes. I don't need none of that. I just need you to hit the target I tell you to hit and be efficient with it. You know, say, can you give me 18 of 27? You know what I'm saying? Can you give me 19 of 30 or 19 of 28? Like, can you give me something around there and be effective?
Yeah, but again, when you look at Akil Glass, Coach Maynard, who I work for at Winston-Salem State, Coach Nye, Coach Taylor, the whole crew, Coach Maynard comes from an Arena Football League background, so he's used to getting the ball out quick, having receivers on different levels. So if you look at how Alabama A&M calls their offense, they'll run you deep, again, similar to the Big 12, and then have some short stuff in there that they complete the Jenkins and, you know, their other little guys.
Yeah.
So it's about the coordination and how you position your players to get the best out of them instead of running your system.
I agree. Hey, Coach, I totally agree. Now, what's your Jackson State? Where are we going with Jackson State?
Well, I was just going with Jackson State. Again, the run and shoot is played out. If you look at the 1980s with Houston and Warren Moon and the Buffalo Bills and stuff like that, you know, no one runs that anymore. It's a power spread passing game with, again, either trips or tripes. So Joker Phillips, you need to get with the program in regards to their offensive line. How running back goes downhill, the way you get the O-line to go downhill, you have to improve the spacing pre-snap, and they need to move back further. So that way, when they want to run zone, the 3 technique can see the running back and run and try to go make the tackle, and the back can cut off him, similar to like Alec Gibbs' philosophy when the Denver Broncos was in the NFL, had 280-pound offensive linemen and getting running backs from the grocery store, the Army,
and running that zone, running that zone scheme.
And then in regards to their pass blocking, you know, remember, this is college, so all this man scheme, they should be half sliding to an area, especially with the right tackles slow of foot. You know, you got to be able to help them out, chip, do different things with your running back, instead of just keep doing the same thing, because that's the definition of insanity. So the O-line, they need some tweaking with the offensive coordinator and the O-line. In regards to, you know, play calling, spacing, and just, you know, different little techniques that I know that will work. Again, when I was at Mississippi Valley, we had limited talent, and, you know, we won some games just out scheming people. So
okay, let me ask you this, Coach Hart, before I let you go. Now, is this an air raid or run and shoot that Phillips is running? Because I know the air raid has. The only thing I say, the reason that it's not 100% air raid is I don't see a lot of mesh routes. Like in their air raid system, you see a lot of mesh, you see a lot of middle concepts, but I see it more of a, you know, I see like deep ends, and I don't understand it. Like one end, like I kept saying double in, like I see double ends a lot from the two inside trip concepts, and then a drag coming underneath of it. It seems like they're trying to work the levels, but it doesn't come out right because one is too deep and one comes too quick and one takes too long to develop.
Yeah, exactly. So again, if you look at for example, what Steve Spurrier used to run. It worked for a while, and then in the late 90s, people figured it out. Rich Rodriguez, a lot of these guys that have Gus Miles on even, who had an offense where he took a DB from Georgia and went to the national championship game. So people have figured that out now. And again, the best way to score points, if you look at the Big 12, is either tripes or trips, 3 to a side. You leave your best guy on the X, solo. And then if you put your running back in the pistol, it'll slow the linebackers down so they can't overflow to one side. And in regards to the pass, your shallow cross may still be there, but if I'm running levels out of trips, the middle of the field should be open, especially if, like, Aubrey Miller can't cover. So that's why he blitzes all the time.
Yeah.
So if I had people to replace the area he came from, like a Y or X basic, sit in the middle of the field, that'll kill Jackson State. So, again, it's about, the evolution of offense. If you look at Mike Leach at Mississippi State, he came in the SEC and was, tearing it in. Now, he can barely win because you got linebackers and rovers and that run, 4-3s, 4-4s that can, cover up these shallow crosses. If you look at the ULM game, they are more athletic on the second and third level. So those receivers weren't, taking the shallow cross and running upfield or, breaking a tackle. That's why they didn't get any big plays, because all their big plays come from broken tackles or the passes, most likely between 5 and 10 yards. So they need to develop an offense where they can, spread it out, attack the middle of the field. And if your X is one-on-one, that means he's open, throwing the ball.
Yeah, we used to say, if I'm even, I'm leaving.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so my last question for you, Coach, is so Jackson State is going to bring I'm gonna ask 2 questions for you. One is, Jackson State is going to bring 6. If it's not 5, it's definitely 6. And even if you're 5 wide, you got 5. You got 5 on the line. You got 1 running back. Are you keeping your running back in the block and chip, and then you're still running your concepts, or are you kind of shrinking it down to give, like, maybe like that the reversion of the bunch? You know how you got like the 2. You know what I'm talking about? Like, not a trips bunch, but just like you.
So basically, what I would do is either flood the running back out in a motion and throw it to him, or, run like a swing or wheel route, putting that linebacker that's supposed to cover him in a rush to cover position. So if he goes out, he's supposed to cover him. But we know even on the highest level, so in the SWAT, if most times they go and rush, he's going to be wide open. So, I would really run like stick nod with the running back or the number 3 or 4 receiver, just putting people in that middle void area, because Aubrey Miller is going to blitz every time.
Yeah. Okay. So, but what I've seen is, though, the person that will pick up the line, the person that's going to pick up the running back is usually Cam, the strong safety. Whoever's not, because they usually leave Shadow up high because he can't cover. So they'll bring Cam down, and Cam will be man on man, and it's literally a cover 0 look, and then the running back will go with him. So my next question, you've coached with Maynard. How do you see him attacking? And I hate to jump early. Coach, I'm gonna take your number down because I want you to call back in during that October 9th, and I really want you to give your opinion. I'm writing your number down right now. I'm gonna text you, but just real quick synopsis. Not, you don't have to go too deep, but just what do you see Coach Maynard doing on October 9th?
Well, again, coming from an arena football background where you won multiple championships and the game happens so fast, there's 3 linemen he used and preaches getting the ball out. I don't know if Coach Ma told you about the weekly quarterback competition that they hold on Fridays, where he brings out his Arena League jersey and he wins like 98% of the time, regardless of throwing the ball to certain spots, certain areas. So I see him going empty, spreading them out, and tiring that D-line out, running tunnel screens, replacing blitzers, making sure that they can't blitz to give himself a better chance to win. Because, again, if, Jackson State's their main their top coverage people are the corners. So if I can spread them out and get rid of them vertically, I can go with my 2 or 3 or 4 empty and attack the middle of the field, where Shiloh and other safeties have trouble covering, especially if you got something going across their face.
Facts.
So I see Coach Maynard, doing that, opening up the bag of tricks, putting them in a situation where they got to chase him. And he's not sitting still, letting them attack him. I think, Jenkins probably have a big game. The inside receivers, outside receivers, with Nugget and, the other corner who was still good, even though, he got beat, last week. I think they may stick to the more middle of the field and try to make Jackson State maybe invert and put the corners on the 2s and 3s instead of the outsides. But, that's the coaching matchup that I have. But I see Coach Maynard doing that and trying to exploit their weakness.
Okay. Hey, appreciate the call, Coach Harp. I'm gonna text you after my live, and I definitely, you got to call back in on October 9th. Got to call back in on October 9th.
Definitely.
All right, appreciate it, Coach Harp.
Appreciate your show for Black College Football.
Thank you, sir. Hey, I apologize, guys. Listen, I know this is a Southern and Mississippi Valley. I know, but I start nerding out when you start breaking down football. Like, I really start nerding out. I really love the intricate parts of, football and all the little nuances and details that go into it. So that's why I watch film. That's why I try to break it down and things like that. So just like I said, I apologize for going off topic. This is a Southern and Valley debate in the post-game show, but it's just little stuff like that. I just love getting into it, and I'm not trying to make this a Jackson State thing, but we all know October 9th. October 9th is that day. All right, we all know what it is. We all know what it is. All right. So going back to the game in Southern and Valley, man, listen. I really and I agree with Coach Hart. I've always been a Coach Dancy fan. I really have. I would love to meet him. If anybody, like I told Quincy, I would love to meet him and love to interview him. I love his demeanor. I love how his teams are built. I love how they never quit. You know what I'm saying? And like Mr. Campbell, who you just see all the time in the comments, Steve Campbell, he said they played hard. He played hard, and which his teams always do. They never quit. They're always going to give you everything they have, and that's the respect that goes back to the coach that they have at the head of the thing. You know what I'm saying? So that is what it is. So my thing is this: when it comes to Valley, it's either you're going to be a running team or you're going to be a passing team. Like, there has to be some type of identity, and offensively, I didn't see that today, right? I know Coach Evans is a new offensive coordinator at Valley. He has a little bit to work with. I think you have to keep Jelani is Jelani Easton a serviceable quarterback? Absolutely. I know I make jokes that he's not the guy and I'm putting him in the cellar and stuff like that, but he's a serviceable quarterback. But you have to limit you got to limit his field of vision. You have to tell him, like I'm telling you, when I played in college and when I played in high school especially, we had a really, really athletic quarterback. I'm talking about like all state, everything kind of quarterback. But our coach would say, hey, if he's not open and this guy's not open, run. Just run. Don't make it difficult. Find a lane and go. And I feel like that's what needs to happen with Jelani. Don't give him everything. Tell him, hey, we're looking at this. If you see this look, this is the matchup we're looking for. If you see this look. Now, if you're a quarterback, you should be able to do this. Hey, if they give you a cover 2 look, go here with the ball. Hey, if they give you a cover 3 look, go here with the ball. If those two aren't there, then you got to get loose, my guy. You got to get loose. Get loose and go run for it. Get loose and go run for it. Real talk. Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me.
Hey, look, on the Southern game, I'll just say this. As far as our defense, I think our biggest problem on defense, especially the front, is being disciplined. Because I got frustrated so many times watching them get into the backfield, but couldn't seem to be able to find the ball on so many occasions. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't like Valley quarterback was fooling them. Doing some great, pitch option or fooling them on the RPO or holding them up. It's just like I just couldn't put my finger on it. Why they couldn't find the ball when they got in the backfield so early on so many occasions.
Well,
I don't, and I go ahead.
No, my thing is this, right? When I seen a couple plays in the first quarter, exactly what you're talking about of the veer or the mesh point with the running. As a DN, because remember, the quarterback is reading the DN. So whatever the DN doesn't do, he's supposed to do the opposite. If he stays flat and doesn't come up the field, you give it to the running back. If he chases the running back, you keep it. Now, that's not his job. It's the linebacker's job to clean up whatever comes off of the option, whatever comes off that veer.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? So it's whoever that linebacker was, where was he at? You know what I'm saying? Like, where was he in that whole commotion? He needs to be scraping over the top to clean up whatever the DN decided not to do.
And since you're saying that, Scott, that brings back to mind that's what we lost in attrition, because we don't have the same linebackers. Regardless of, we lost Lumpkin. I forget the other guys' name. They were all swag. We don't, and they were like seniors. So we don't have those. The linebackers we have now is their first time getting this much playing time. So I guess maybe that's the problem. But when I'm saying about discipline still is, I see a lot of them getting caught up in mouthing off and getting out of the game. And that's something, the coach got to handle, and again, when we're speaking about coach, clearly that's why they gave him the interim tag, because they weren't sold on him 100%. But all in all, I'll say this. I like what I saw with Bubba. I've always thought he really should have gotten a shot earlier, but when the new coach came in, he kind of surprised me when he just automatically gave Skelton the job, especially him being a fifth-year senior. But it is what it is. But I think going forward, it's going to be Bubba, and I would look to see Skelton being more of a Tyson Hill type of role. Go ahead.
I agree with you. The only thing I don't agree is you have to let Skelton lose his job. You know what I'm saying? If he goes out and if he goes out in the summer, he works his butt off. He goes with a quarterback coach. He's telling you he's changed. You got to give him the opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to give him the opportunity to lose his job. You know what I'm saying? So if that's spring, because from what I heard from scrimmages, Skelton looked amazing. So you couldn't bench him because of the scrimmages. So you gotta see him in the game. And in the game, the McNeese game was his undoing. The McNeese game was his undoing. You had the game up. He made error after error. Not saying it was all on him, but in the quarterback position, he made errors that you're just like, come on, bro, you cannot do if we're trying to win this game. So that to me is a problem as well. But I do agree with you, and I agree with what Mr. Ford said. Skelton is too much of an athlete to not be on the field. You have to put him in something. I don't care if it's a wildcat. I don't care if it's
you got to put him in some. If you put him as a DB, you got to put him in something.
He's just too athletic.
I agree with that. But let me just say this, and I'm not going to. But for Skelton, like I say, he's a fifth-year senior, and as far as I'm concerned, it's nothing against, because he's an athlete. I think you and I both talked about this brief one time. When other people saying he's not a quarterback, and I agree, he's not a quarterback, he's an athlete. But at the end of the day, he's been there 5 years. He's not going to change. He is who he is. So you got to move on from that. If you're trying to, if he's trying to get this job, and the only way you and I spoke that the only way he's going to get his job, he's going to have to walk away with a championship.
Facts.
And Skelton's not going to get it. He's not. He's been there 5 years. Each time he's went to that championship, he's lost, and that's just fact.
That is what it is.
What they say about doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results?
Insanity.
Yeah, okay. All right.
He said, "Okay, I appreciate the call." Listen, listen. It's something. I agree. Skelton is too good of an athlete to just be on the bench. Period. I don't care what you're talking about. Now, what I don't like, right? I'll be honest. What I never liked is when you flip quarterbacks, because if Bubba's in a rhythm, I don't want to sub out my quarterback for a short yardage or a gimmicky play or whatever. I don't like that. So what I would just say is have them both on the field somehow. You know what I'm saying? Every now and again, if it's a short situation like 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2, yeah, bring Skelton in, do a QB power, maybe a QB, fake QB power, toss, pass, whatever. Cool. That's I get that. But throughout the game, have him in the backfield because you never know if he can throw it. You never know what he can do with you. You give him a sweep, you toss sweep him, he can bomb it on you still. He can run it still. He can do all those attributes. So you have put him in the slot, have him line up in the slot, make him do like something. He's effective. He's too good of an athlete to do that, to just have him on the bench the whole game. I don't agree with that. But what I will say, though, is I do trust Zach Grossi. I do trust his offensive mind. I love the play calling. I love the use of the tight ends. I'm telling y'all right now, I'm telling you right now, the SWAC better watch out because the Southern's gonna kill y'all with tight ends. If you think I'm playing, like my granddad said, you think I'm bullshitting, try me. All right. He will kill you with tight ends. He's gonna murk you with tight ends. So if your linebackers aren't disciplined eye-wise, if they don't have great eye discipline, they are going to get worked while they're using that tight end. Okay, they're gonna get worked. So you better get your eye discipline together. All right, it's just that simple. I'm about to be on here another couple minutes. Let me if anybody got any calls, hey, make sure you get the likes up. Make sure you call in 516-259-9041. Calling numbers 516-259-9041. Yeah, okay. Call in, get your opinion heard about the Southern and Delta and Mississippi Valley. I want to say Delta State so bad. He uses them like Iowa State. Turns maybe this Odom. All right, so 516-259-9041, 516-259-9041. Tell me your opinions on the Valley game. All right. If not, I'm about to get up out of here and take my butt to bed. All right, got. What's up, Quince? Talk to me.
Hey, what's good, brother? Hey, man, watching the game, I'm seeing this Mississippi Valley State. You know what? With the little resources that school has, we from the outside looking in, we see that there's something there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it is, but they're building something there. One thing I hope that Mississippi Valley State alumni and the people there, fans, because basically fans like to reject the coach. They lose one game. Oh, we need another coach.
Facts.
I'm like, well, Mississippi Valley State, man, you guys are not getting, a type tier D1 head coach out there in Idaho, Mississippi. Nobody knows where their place is outside of Mississippi.
Facts.
I mean, real talk, man. After seeing, I think it was in the spring game, seeing Jerry Rice was like, "Hey, man, we need alumni to help donate for the school." To be honest with you, man, I even shot $250 to little Mississippi Valley State because honestly, I mean, it was doing it. I was like, I need to go back and I didn't do it at first, but then after that, I seen the Olympics were going on, and after I seen brother Kevin Durant, then after that, the back of his head looked like Mississippi Valley State's football field. So I was like, man, you know what? I need to donate back to Mississippi Valley State. So, but just don't give up on your team just yet. We see outside looking in, we see something there. I just hope you guys. I hope they get it together eventually within a 5-year time span.
All right,
all, man.
Appreciate it. Let me ask you guys this before I get up out of here. If you let Vincent Dancy go, what next? All right, because like you said, you're not nobody's banging down your door to take this job. All right, like them boys saying, total athletic budget is $4 million. Like $4 million. Okay, what are you supposed to do with that? All right. That's like off the Friday movie when his mom gave him $1 for cigarettes. And he's like, wait. This ain't enough. And she says, make it enough. That's what they doing to Vincent. That's exactly what they doing to Vincent, Coach Dancy. So you let him go. What do you do? Who comes up in that position? Who takes that job? You're guaranteed to lose at least 9-10 games a year. Guaranteed. Okay. You're guaranteed to lose 9 to 10 games a year. So who takes that job? So you have to stay with somebody. You have to stay with somebody. Now, I'll be honest with you. And once again, shout out to BJ Jones, who does his spaces on Twitter and Inside HBCU Football. Make sure you follow him because we do he has like a kind of like a clubhouse thing on Twitter. It's pretty dope. What I would do is facts, we love Coach. He's not the problem. Shout out to Quincy. Facts, we love Coach. He's not the problem. Not even close. Not even close to the problem. All right. So my thing is this: you gotta let him build. All right. I'm sorry. You gotta let him. He should have a blank check. Well, I don't want to say blank check. He should have a blank amount of time to get this program together. Because without him, what was you gonna do anyway? Huh? What was you gonna do? Who wants this job? Okay. All right. Nobody's like, yo, man, listen, I can't wait till that Valley job come open. I'm gonna apply. Who said that? Nobody. Okay. So what I'm saying to you is you got to give him time to build something. All right. He got the players believing. You know they're gonna play hard. You just got to give him time. Okay, you got to give him time. You got to If I was an Inabina, Itanoa, I don't know where y'all from, but if I lived there, I would be thanking God Coach Dancy is there. Okay, thanking God Coach Dancy is there, because at the end of the day, ain't nobody was about to take that job. Ain't nobody about to take that job. Okay, they should drop down to Division 2. Hey, they should drop down to D2. I don't know. There's a ton of bill for me. Coach. So you're not gonna get a celebrity coach. That's for damn sure. Do you think Jerry Rice is gonna walk through that door and put his name on that? Nah, he's not about to do that. So y'all smoking whatever's coming out the ground, because he ain't about to do that. Might give you a little budget money, but he is not about to come back and coach nothing. All right. So y'all see what we go through daily. Y'all wouldn't. If y'all see, look at it. Quincy understands. He said, if y'all would see what we go through daily, y'all would understand. Listen, Queen, nobody's coming for what y'all have to go through and stuff like that. What's the spotlight game next week? Oh, spotlight game next week. PV, UAPB, baby. Thursday night, it's a watch party going on. Watch party. All right, tune in Thursday, going down on the channel, watch party. We will have a good old time. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have the scoreboard going, chat live, and we gonna be in here. All right, we gonna be in here doing the daggone thing. All right, so listen. Hey, and also that's the game of the week. Let me see what else. Who else is playing that way? Let me see. SWAC week. Let me see. SWAC week 4. All right, you got Bethune. You got Alabama A&M at Grambling State. You got North Central versus Valley. You got Alabama State at Florida A&M. That's at 6. You got Bethune at South Carolina State. And you got UAPB in Prairie View. That's going to be the game. Yeah, that's definitely going to be the game of the week. So make sure, absolutely, he wouldn't be too far from home. Hey, make sure you tune in. Game of the week. I'm doing my pregame show. $100 giveaway. Get your scores together. $100 giveaway for the PV and UAPB game, all right? So, until next time, you know what I'm going to do. I'm going to holla. God bless. Hey, be looking out for that round table. We're going to try to give y'all one on Monday, all right? Be looking for that round table. All right, peace.